Fun fact: a scallion is also known as a spring onion, salad onion, or green onion. A scallion's upper green portion is hollow and lacks a fully developed root bulb. Hi everyone, in today's review we're going to be taking a look back at the Kershaw Scallion. Now this is going to be a Deja Vu series video, since I have previously done a review and a video on this particular knife, although it's not the exact same one. This is the OD and black version, and this is just the plain stainless version that you've seen previously. Alright, the only difference really is this one is a stainless steel frame lock version with an uncoated blade, and this is a liner lock version with aluminum handles and a coated blade. Basically the same knife, just slightly different handle materials. So I'm going to put this one aside, and we are going to take a look at this version. Now this was given to me by my good friend Mr. Jimbo Fox here on YouTube. If you haven't checked out his channel, definitely go over and look at it and subscribe. I put a link to his channel in the description box. He was kind enough to give this to me as a birthday present, and I really appreciate that because it's allowed me to bring this back into my EDC rotation and use it again. The Kershaw Scallion for me was one of those knives that was a big part of my EDC when I first started collecting and first started carrying knives. And over the years, and as I've gained more and more knives, it's been one of those that's been thrown to the wayside. Not because it's not a good knife, not because I don't like it, but simply because I don't have enough time to carry it along with the others in order to get those reviews out. So since I was given this one, it gave me a reason to throw it back in my EDC rotation so I could bring you guys this review. Alright, so first off what we're going to do is we're going to give you the knife specifications and then jump right into the review. So first off, the blade steel that Kershaw is using here is a 420HC stainless steel. Alright, the blade is also coated in a black coating. Very, very nice. It looks great with the OD green scales. Just a very handsome knife. Now this blade steel I've had very good luck with in my chive and my other scallion, as well as my shallot. It's just a great all-around steel. I think it's something that Kershaw has done right. It holds its edge pretty well. You can get it very sharp. Although I will say with this particular scallion, I haven't been as impressed as I was with this one. I have had no problems with this one retaining its edge and being able to get hair popping sharp. Whereas this OD green version, it wasn't as sharp from the factory as I would expect from a Kershaw. Now it doesn't mean it's not sharp, it's just not hair popping sharp. It can do all the tasks, cutting cardboard, cutting paracord, all that. Now the paper cut test is a little bit more difficult for this guy. And I kept it in there just to show you what it's like, but after this review I will be sharpening up and getting Kershaw's typical sharpness back. Alright, if we move down the handle you can see those beautiful OD green scales. This is a T6 anodized aluminum. Looks very, very nice. It works well with most of the clothing I wear, as well as the paracord bracelets I usually wear, with a black and OD green filling, as you can see. So it matches nicely. Alright. On the back here we have a stainless steel pocket clip. Although I wish this was either OD green or black, just to keep going with the theme. At least it matches with the thumb stud. Alright, this is one hit I'm going to give on the scallion, and I believe I said that also previously in the review. This guy is that the pocket clip is just too big for the knife. Now, it does hold the knife very securely in your pocket, right? But I just think it draws a little bit too much attention to it. I think if Kershaw were to put a pocket clip similar to the one on the chive, that's a little bit thinner, I believe it would still hold the weight and still be very secure in your pocket, but it just wouldn't bring as much attention to it as this one does. Just a thought and something to keep in mind. Unfortunately, with the scallion, you're only going to be able to position the knife in this orientation, which is a right hand side tip down carry, which is not my preferred method, but it works. Unfortunately, lefties are kind of left out of the loop there in that respect. Alright, on most of the Ken Onion Speed Safe Assisted Opening knives, they do have a lock in the back here, which allows you to lock the blade closed so it will not open on you. Now, I've never had a Speed Safe Assisted Opening knife actually open in my pocket, nor do I think I ever will, it's really user error if that happens. You know, you're being too rough, or you're putting your hands in your pocket not correctly. So I really think it's not needed. So for that reason, I tighten all those down or remove them depending on the knife. In this case, I just actually tighten that down so it will not move forward. I have had several instances in the past, not with this knife, but with other Kershaw SpeedSafe assisted opening knives that have this lock on it, where in my pocket, either taking it out or putting it back in, that this lock is actually engaged, and when I've needed it, it did not deploy until I've actually taken that lock off. Something just to keep in mind. Alright, you can take the knife down with these 2 Torx screws along with this pivot screw. Take it apart if you need to clean it. Alright, you can also adjust the pivot with that screw there. I have not needed to. The lockup has been very solid, up and down play, nothing, as well as side to side. Alright, you do have an FORM backspacer here, a black backspacer that matches well with the black coated blade. Alright. Now, as you saw, this knife deploys extremely fast, and this is using Ken Onion's SpeedSafe assisted opening. You do have 2 deployment methods, either the flipper or the thumb studs. Now, in this particular knife, either of those are good options to use compared to the chive here, where I think the chive is mainly a flipper knife. The Scallion can be either or, the thumb stud or the flipper. Right? Flipper comes out extremely fast, and the thumb stud as well. Right? Now, the big advantage I think you have with the Scallion is that since it is a larger knife, it is easier to position your hands and your 3 fingers that are on the back of the knife that really allow you to get to that thumb stud and deploy it. Right. On the flipper, there is actually some jimping that allows you to get a good, secure grip, and your finger does not slip off when trying to actuate the blade there. As well as the thumb stud, it has kind of a pyramid design, so when using that, you get a very good and secure grip. Right. There's some jimping along the spine of the knife here, which when deployed does allow you to get a very, very good, solid and secure grip on the knife. As well as the handle is very ergonomic. I can get all 4 fingers on there nicely. Very, very comfortable. Alright, this is a liner lock design compared to the other one in my collection, which is a frame lock. Alright, the liner here locks up very early and secure, as I said. Very easy to disengage. Alright, not a problem. Alright, so overall, this is a great knife. I really enjoyed carrying it. It's one of those that will always be in my collection, and it's just an all-around great EDC or utility knife. Alright, now we're going to do a quick size comparison with a couple of the knives and odds and ends, just to give you guys an idea of the size. So I'm going to open the Kershaw Scallion and put it at the bottom of the frame here. Right, again, this is just the other Scallion that I have, same exact size. Just wanted to give you guys that reference. Right, here we have the larger Kershaw Leak, which you can see. Right. Spyderco Delica. Kershaw Half Ton. See, the half ton is basically the same size, maybe just a tad bit longer, but in the same ballpark. Right. Solid Flash 1. Again, the Solid Flash 1 is right around that same size. Right. And then finally, Kershaw Chive. Chive is quite a bit smaller. Same exact design, just the size difference for those two. This is the Streamlight Microstream. You can see in the closed position that they are both about the exact same size. And also another one that everybody seems to enjoy, just a comparison, the US dollar bill. That is it closed, and that is it open. So about the same length as a US dollar bill. Like I said before, the sharpness on this guy, it'll get the job done, although it's not up to par with Kershaw standards. I'm having to put a little bit more effort into it, but it will still get through the paracord. That's all that counts, right? Alright, now for the up close and personal segment. You can see the Kershaw SpeedSafe USA logo there against the OD green background of the aluminum scale. Black coated blade, you can see some wear marks on there. There's the safety that I tightened down, the pocket clip. You can see some pocket wear underneath that pocket clip from going in and out. Slowly rubbing off that finish, but again, gives it some character. Made in the USA. Okay, you can see the jimping there on the flipper, as well as the lock up for the frame lock. There's the FRN back spacer, along with the jimping on the top of the blade spine. Alright, so that's been an up close look at the Kershaw Scallion. Alright, so final thoughts on the Kershaw Scallion. I think it's just an exceptional EDC. It's definitely been in my collection for a long time and will continue to be that way, as well as in EDC circles out there. It's just a great knife, kind of almost a perfect size in my opinion for EDC knives. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's right in the sweet spot. Has Canine SpeedSafe assisted opening, which is always nice, allows the blade to come out nice and quickly. Again, I wish they would make that pocket clip just a little bit thinner to make it not draw as much attention to the knife itself. Alright, and also make that pocket clip reversible. But even though it has a couple small flaws, I think overall it is a great knife. It's a great user, right? And it'll really get the job done when you need it to. So if you guys are on the lookout for a medium-sized EDC folder, definitely give the Kershaw Scallion a look. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.